This week we also saw that our mate Pete Evans had his show cut from Spotify. Now we've seen him cut a few times. His book was stopped being sold at places like Kmart, and it's terrible because no one likes a bully. So this week we are displaying his book. We don't like bullies, and this is our endorsement of Pete's stuff. Now, full disclosure, I'm purely basing my opinion on this book on Riccardo because he's obviously used some of Pete's past books and has done some of the cooking, but I've never cooked anything of Pete's before.
Oh, look, professionally, his recipes are just superb. He's got an excellent one for people with autoimmune disease. He teamed up with a specialist, and it's a fantastic book. I use that as the basis of my cooking for my wife. As you know, she's got MS. So technically, the recipes, they're simple and they're tasty and they're brilliant. But the other thing, why would you want to take on someone like this? This is nothing but a good bloke.
Yeah.
I mean, he's your classic good bloke. If you look up at the dictionary, good bloke, there's a picture of Pete Evans.
Yeah.
He's a nice bloke, and he wants to cook. And yet they want to take him down. So if you want evidence that they are bastards, why would you want to take this bloke down? You wouldn't. So look, go out and buy his book, cook his recipes, and look after him because he's just a great guy.
It's because he's a Nazi, Riccardo.
That's right.
He wants the Aryan race to rule over the world in the Fourth Reich. But now let's...
the Fourth Reich is already running the planet. That's what we're trying to get rid of. It never died. The Fourth Reich just continued unbroken from 45. But no, seriously, great guy. Personally and professionally, I've never met the guy, but he's just a good bloke. He really is, and he's got nothing but the best of intentions for himself, his family, and for the country. So back him if you can.
Actually, you know what? The Unshackled are running a poll right now. You're just trailing him in terms of the biggest contributors for 2020 in terms of waking people up.
Are you joking? Really?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Oh,
no one knows.
Don't tell me that.
No one knows about that. But yeah, he's just he's doing some significant moves, and they keep coming after him. Yet he's still kicking goals, and that's the story that we've talked about in this episode.
Yeah,
keep pushing forward.
Good,
awesome. See that? See that? This little shit right here was meant to be the close-up in my interview with Riccardo, where I sit there. But no, it decided to film for 1.5 minutes and then cut out. So that means this week's interview is basically going to have 1 minute of me at the front, and then it's going to disappear. Now, you guys know how narcissistic I am. I love looking at myself on the camera. Wink, wink. But this is not acceptable. If that was Riccardo's camera, you wouldn't see a close-up on Riccardo either. Guys, you know I've been railing about this for a very long time. These cameras are temporary. I can't have this being a temperamental thing if I get significant people in here. I'm going to have to upgrade. These cameras are going to have to upgrade eventually. So any donations this week will definitely be going towards a camera. I've been saving up from previously. I need about minimum $1.5 per camera because these things can get very expensive. Sometimes, I mean, if you're at TYT, they've got like $10,000 cameras. But I'm not going after those. I'm going after, budget for now. But I can't stick with this forever. I can't, this is good quality, but I can't have it cutting out. If I have it cutting out and there's no one to help, then it's like, okay, it's gone. So, I mean, if you guys are able to donate to PayPal or become a regular subscriber at Subscribestar, please do. Please do. It's a big help, and it helps me a lot when it comes to editing. Otherwise, so now what this video is going to look like this week, it's going to be 1 minute of me, and then it's going to be 1.5 hours of the big camera and just Riccardo. The big camera and just Riccardo. Now, we all love Riccardo. I love him too. But unfortunately, the quality is going to be significantly diminished in this week's episode. And that's just the reality of what I've got to deal with here. So, I mean, any donations, guys, greatly appreciated. But it's very frustrating every time this happens. But you guys have a good week. I'm looking forward to sharing this video with you. I am bringing on board some distributors to help me out with, take a big load off my back. They're going to take about 8 hours a day worth of work off my back, which is going to be great for distribution and just putting it all on the social media platforms and cutting the clips, doing thumbnails and all of that. So that's really exciting. But this right here, this is a money issue. This isn't a time issue. I do need some funding on this. So if you guys can help out, I'd greatly appreciate it. Take it easy.